Oh, hello. Welcome to Dune Buggy Jim's YouTube channel. I'm Bob Ross, and today is episode 6. Jim's not here right now, but he should be here shortly. I really hope he finishes this remodel up soon. I think he's about 30 days into it right now. I just can't wait for him to start picking out some colors, like titanium white, cadmium yellow, phthalo blue, Van Dyke brown. I've got them right here on my palette. Can you see them? Right there, yeah. Oh, did you notice my medallion that I always like to wear? My old gold chain, yeah. Do you folks watch German in Venice, Mike? He always says that if you get closer to the camera, it feels more intimate. What do you think? Okay, I guess not. I'll back up a little bit. But Jim should be here any moment, and thanks for watching. Good old Bob Ross. Look at him. Oh my gosh. Do you have friends that just like go above and beyond for you, you know? My friend Renee, and I know I've told you about Renee before. She's so great. She's the one that got the orange juice glasses and that really cool vintage picture for me. But she was out thrift store hunting, antique shopping, and she sends me pictures right then on the spot saying, hey, I just saw a place that's got some tiki mugs. Do you like them? I'm like, oh yeah, look at that. Thrift store. I never find tiki mugs at thrift stores out here in Florida. Or if actually, I'll take that back. I did one time and they thought it was worth $50. I couldn't believe it, but these are bargains here. And then she sends me this. And I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta have that. Look at Bob, man. He's got his blue jeans on. He's got his little loafers. Look at that, penny loafers almost. There's his pet squirrel, his raccoon. You remember he was a animal rescue place. I think he supported it or had one. There's a little bird up in his afro. Love that. There's all his paints, brush. There's his gold medallion. This is so cool. What do you think, Bob? You liking my channel? Yeah? All right. What? No? There you go. Okay. But thanks, Renee. Those are awesome. I really appreciate it. And you know where they're going to go. Let me turn you around and I'll show you. Hey, everybody. There is where they're going to go. Let me take you over there and just show you. There's some of the tiki mugs. My friend Kevin and Lisa got me these guys. And I think this. Renee's found a few of these other ones. A couple of these I got with Adam and Jake when we were at the at one of the tiki rooms over at Disney. But, oh, there's my Life Day orb. The Nautilus, look at that. That's cool. I dig that one. But it's filling up. Oh, that's when we were pirates that night. I think I got that one then. But, oh, there's another cool one back in here. Looks, can you see it? Looks like a lava lamp. I like that one. But I gotta fit in these two new ones. Get those over there someplace. I like their green. They'll go with the Nautilus. And then I just don't know where old Bob's gonna go yet. Royal Baubles, Premier Quality Collectibles. Where's the camera? I love it. All right, so where are we at? I'm going to tell you a little story about where we're at. Whew, we are 30 days into this remodel right now, right? I got 30 to go, and it kind of hit a little slowdown. And I'm going to have to call in some contractors to finish this up in 30 days. And so this is about the point where I did get some contractors in there, because here's just a little list of things in the next 30 days that have to get done on this house. Remove all the siding and replace it, right? install 2 new windows straight above me in the kitchen. Those 2 above the wallpaper mural you'll see later. Those were all, the seals must have, failed on them because they were frosted or, steamed up inside. And the tint, just because behind me is west, and so that's where the sun's going down every night. And those windows, the tint in them had failed. Let's put it that way. So it didn't look good when you looked up from the kitchen. So 2 new windows have to go in the next 30 days. The whole interior of the house needs to still be textured. At this point, the ceilings are all textured and they're okay. After the popcorn's been removed, sanded, textured, I'm happy with them. But the walls, I'm not going to be able to do the amount of wall work needed in the time allowed that I've got. So what else? Paint the interior, ceilings, walls, all that painting, and carpet in the guest rooms, carpet in the front room right there need to go down, so I'll have to hire a carpet company. Tile, the dining room right here where I'm sitting, through the kitchen, around the kitchen into the living room, into the master, down the hall to the guest rooms, all that tile. And I'm getting, I think, I don't know what the exact measurement is anymore, 15 by 24 or something like that, but they're the longer rectangle squares or rectangles. So that has to all be, I'll find a contractor to do that and work with them. I've already got all the tile bought, all the grout bought, but I just didn't have the tools to, cut tile and grind it and everything else needed. What else? Baseboards need to still go in. I'm going to be painting those. Maybe in this video, you'll see those all laid out in the garage. They come in 11-foot lengths. And then, I got enough to do the whole house because I took out all the baseboards. They were bad. They were old, 40 years old. And so I wanted taller and thinner white and just kind of clean it up. Still got to buy a fridge. Still got to buy a oven, microwave. Boy, the list just goes on and on. I don't even know what else. It's long. Obviously, you can see. But that's it. So in this video, you're going to start seeing a crew, a couple guys, they're brothers, hired them to remove the siding on the house and put on new vapor barrier, put on new siding and new trim. So that's going on. They've already done in this video this week. They hired them and they came and boy, they just started knocking it out. They took off the back, they took off the north side, and those 2 will probably be done in this video. You might see in the attic was all exposed when they took off the gable end, so I put a ladder up there and kind of looked around. It's not a usable attic. There is an access hatch in one of the guest rooms up to it, but there's nothing up there other than insulation. I think the only other thing is, I got to get a new light where I took down the hummingbird light fixture in the kitchen, and then right above me here in the dining room, I get rid of that old chandelier. So a couple of light fixtures I got to find, but there's a lot. That's a lot. And the contractors that I've got, so basically are the house siding I had to hire. I hired a tile guy to do the flooring, wall texturing company, because I need it all done like that. And so to do it that way, what they're going to do is pull in here with a big machine out in the driveway, a hopper, and it'll have all the mud in it, the drywall mud, and it'll have the compressed hoses, and they'll be able to drag hoses through the house all the way to the guest room and the back bathroom and all that, the laundry area, and they can just shoot the walls and be done with it in hours, and then let that dry for a day or 2, and then the painters can come in, prime, paint, and done. I mean, so really right now it's like that. It's like the roller coaster's right, just coming up to the top, because man, once this place has the texture on the walls, a couple days later it's done and painted. That's done. Tile of the floor, that's going to take a little bit, and then it's just a one day to call in the carpet people and say, hey, you know, it's your time. Come on in and put the carpet on here and get that done. So it's going to start going fast in the next 30 days. You'll see. And I don't know how much video I have of some of those last days. Hopefully I got enough to, you know, piece together and show you how it finished up. But what else? You guys saw the video last night of the rocket launch. That proof of concept works out there now with the dive-in movie night. So that was fun. And there's another launch. I'll have to look tomorrow night. I think it's tomorrow night. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, something like that. So another good evening launch. If it's nice out there today, right now, let me tell you, sorry, Celsius folks, it's 88 degrees. So a little warmer than 28 Celsius, right? 82 is 28, so it's a little higher than that. But it is so nice today, and it's really warming up. Somebody asked me what the pool temperature was. Pool temperature is right now 69, 70 degrees. And so that's chilly, you know. I don't know, Celsius, what is that? I don't know. Sorry. But it's too chilly to hop in right now for me. You know, I'd rather have it up another 10 degrees if you could get it up that high. But it's coming, you know. Like I said, today is 88. When I hopped in the car showed 91 just because it's down on the asphalt probably. But that's it. Let's get into the video. I want to thank some folks that have contributed through Super Thanks and through PayPal to the channel. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. I've got some ideas to do with the contributions there. I wrote down their names. I just want to give them a little shout out, you know, for doing that through the Super Thanks and PayPal. Melissa, Michelle, Rhonda, Lisa, Aled, Pete, H. Beth, Terry, and Ginger. I mean, that's the names that you guys have up on your comments. So I took those from there, but I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. But that's it. Enjoy the video. And what else was going on in the video besides the siding? Fix the pool pump. You'll see the electrical wire. I don't know how it was still working. The shielding on it was just gone. Replace that flexible conduit down to the pool pump. And now the kitchen's got color. It got primed in the last video with that Graco sprayer. I love that little sprayer. I probably say that 10 times in the video, but it is a good sprayer. And then I got the green picked out and went for it. So I'm painting the cabinets, painting the doors, painting the drawers in green, satin green. So that's probably happening in this video. And when that's all done, the kitchen, you know, was done for a while. I didn't do the orange countertops 6-8 months after the remodel got done. So I just left them yellow for a while, but they were fine. You know, they had some chips and stuff, 40-year-old. They were definitely wore out countertops, but they've been replaced now with the orange ones and a new sink. So at the very end, just because that's at the end of everything, I'll show that and give you a little tour of the kitchen sometime. So I think that's it. Enjoy the video. There's a little bonus at the end, a little bonus. January 17th, Adam was back from Belize and he gave me a call and said, hey, do you want to go to the Mecum auto auction? So I have never been down to that. Took a day off on that Friday, the 17th, and he and I went down to Kissimmee to that Mecum auto auction, and it was fun. They had Jerry Seinfeld's Porsche there, so you're going to see Adam do a little impersonation of Jerry Seinfeld in one of them, one of the videos of mine, if you listen to it close enough. And then we're up there watching a Lamborghini go across the stage, and that Lamborghini was at $1.7 million. And listen to Adam's advice. He's like, don't raise your hand. Yeah, but that's it. Enjoy the bonus, enjoy the video, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks. Bob, get out of the way. Bob. Something's going on with the Lazy Susan because it sticks hard like that. Probably just needs to be raised up. There's got to be some kind of adjustment in there, I bet. Take a second to figure that out. Here we go. I never knew on Lazy Susan's how easy it was to adjust. It was scraping, but it's that big screw right there, and that raises and lowers the shaft in there. So now look at that. No scraping, goes right around. You do have a little bit of adjustment, I guess, if you needed to raise the door. You could loosen all of those on every shelf and then raise the door up on these, because these are attached to the shaft. But I'm already so close to the top right there. And that is nice now, look at that. No scraping. Played around with the GE Space Maker today. Got it to fire up. Let's see what we got. Power on. Come on. There we go. That's not doing that in real life. That's just the camera picking it up like that.
For fire aid.
Wow, that sounds good. This might have to go back up under the cabinets when I'm done. Not quite there yet, but need to start thinking about it. So there's the tile that's going to go down. Color of green we decided on putting on the cabinets. Choice of ceiling colors. There's just a piece of printer paper. I just wanted to see how much different, you know, like absolute white was than what the store had. And then variations of white with just a tint in them of, you know, probably gray down to, I don't even know what you want to call that, a little bit of a tan in it. But they're so close. I mean, they all work. It's just a matter of which one works the best. Little Sunday electrical project. Pool pump has seen better days, or not the pump itself, but the electrical whip going over to the electrical panel. Look at that. So there's wires in there that need to be protected a little better than that, and that just goes underground and then comes right back up to the timer. So we're gonna kill the power up here at the main, make sure it's really dead right there before we unconnect it, unhook it, and then swap out that whip that goes underground over to the pump there. Get rid of this little bad section right there. So got the new right there. Gonna run a new piece, take care of that little issue right there so we don't have a problem with that wiring inside there. Here we go. Well, I can add pool maintenance to my resume. New piece of flex conduit right there, nice and flexible, all sealed up all the way to the bottom of the electrical box. Timer's in there, but that's nice. I was a little bit worried that something might chew through that wire that was in there before and short it out, but taken care of now. And the best part of it is it works. I tested it out and the pump worked. So tomorrow morning it should kick on by itself and take care of business. Okay, I'm not gonna bore you with the same video every time here, but one more update. 4 o'clock, 72 degrees in Orlando. Today is a 3-week anniversary. Got it on the 6th of January, and here we are 3 weeks later. So, corner's all mudded in. That's drying. You can see the mud still wet. Tomorrow, hopefully, all the walls will be ready for texture. Just a few more little things to touch up, check, you know, little spots. These 2 rooms are done. Don't have to even look at those. But laundry room, it's ready. It's ready. Guest rooms, couple little nail holes I saw, didn't catch them. You know, man, you could go over this thing a million times and you just keep seeing things. And you're like, how did I miss that? But yeah, it's what it is. And then bathroom's ready. Shut these off. Because when I'm done with this video, I'm gonna go back to the rental. Shut that down. That's all sanded and mudded now. And again, all the way to the ceilings, all ready to go. This wall's good now. Bedroom's good. It's close. Yeah, because once you texture, it's paint and done. Closet's ready. Bathroom, that's ready. Patched up some holes there. So that's it. Short video. Hopefully tomorrow, texture. Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, maybe start painting. But it's looking good. 3-week anniversary. Stuff in the attic. You know I like using my new sprayer. That thing works so good. Graco True Coat 360. Man, worth every penny. Spray is so nice, but I'm using a satin spray. I think this is gonna, or satin finish. This is gonna dry really nice, I think. It's gonna look cool. Not a lot of gloss, but still easy to clean up. Sherwin-Williams is the paint brand. It's not cheap, but hopefully it does the job. But I got another row to paint and then let all this dry and give it a second coat. It's still on the first bag, so less than a quart for all this right here. Let that dry good tonight, flip them over, give the front sides a coat, and then start on the inside, painting the frames. But just wanted to show you what this looks like. This is just my stand, nothing there. But yeah, that finish is gonna look good. I'm happy with the results of the sprayer so far on the paint. All I had sprayed with before this was primer, so it's coming out good. And this is a satin sheen, so it's drying. It looks pretty good. Let's see how it looks when it's all completely dried. I wasn't going to. I was only gonna do the doors and drawers out there, but I think I'm gonna throw a first coat on here real quick. Maybe just the insides. We'll see how it's coming out on here. I gotta know how it's gonna look. I'm gonna do it. Just one coat. Just one coat. Bear with me on this. I'm always trying new techniques if you haven't figured that out by now. Here's a little voiceover because YouTube heard Tom Petty playing right now when I was showing you the cabinets. So they either said delete that clip or try to do a voiceover, or we'll try to stick a song in there for you. Well, they tried to do the song, but it came out, way too loud and covered up what I was trying to talk about. So I wanted you to see this footage, so I'm going to leave it in there, but I'm doing this voiceover right now before I publish this video up to YouTube. So Mr. Tom Petty's American Girl song is no longer there. And then another song they took out was the Bee Gees doing Saturday Night Fever, because I was telling you that I was painting this avocado green because disco music was playing. So too bad, Bee Gees and Tom Petty. And the last song that was playing when YouTube dinged me was Blister in the Sun by the Violent Femmes. So it caught all three songs and, gave me the option of getting rid of it. But here's the cabinets, there they are, pretty much all done. The sheen is drying, so they sure don't have any gloss. That's a satin finish, but that was just moments after painting them, so it still was wet. But boy, did that really, make the kitchen look a little better. And by this time, I had almost forgotten what they looked like until I walked out in the garage and saw the old oak ones, because here I'd been, seeing them as painted white primer, and now they're green. So that memory of the oak cabinets right there was fading fast. But here's one more look of them, drying and almost done.
Go for launch. We are now 25 seconds away. I promise we will stop talking once it lifts off, and it will take a couple seconds for the sound to hit our microphones a few miles away, but we will let you enjoy the beautiful launch sounds in just about 10 seconds from now. You can now see the Rainbirds of water suppression at the base of the rocket starting up. Next, we'll keep an eye out for ignition.
Here we go.
Of those 9 Merlin 1D engines.
Oh.
And ignition. And liftoff of SpaceX Energy
1. Holy cow. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, wow. I can't believe that. Awesome. All right. January 30th. Watch is a little spray painted. 9/18, 57 degrees. It's nice today. Back is pretty much all resided. Just some finishing areas around windows and doors. This is primed, so it's ready for paint after it's all done. But this is looking good. We'll walk around. This is the east side right here, and then we've got the north side coming up here. I'll show you that. But boy, having the old siding that was all dry rotted taken off, new vapor barrier put on there, and then new siding sure feels good. Feels like it's gonna seal the inside of that house up nice, protect it, at least protect all the work that's being done inside. But again, here's the coming around to the north side, and this was the side with the electrical panel and the attic exposed. But one of the guest rooms back there, electrical panel all back in place. Got the vent back in there. Cable. Day 2 of painting the cabinets. These just got their second coat. This is satin finish. About ready to shoot the door back panels of the doors. And then the kitchen I haven't started on with the second coat yet, but coming along. I'll get these doors shot, let those dry all day. Drawers will be done. Doors will then need tomorrow, one coat, and then on whatever Saturday, the next coat. But that'll be the second coat today on the cabinets. Those will be done. And then I might switch out to soft close hinges. These, where are they? These, you know, these are just stiff hinges, regular old 40-year-old ones. So I'll see if it's doable. If not, I'll reuse them. The nice part is you don't see those hinges on the, I don't think when the doors are closed, they're hidden. So that's nice. And new handles are getting purchased. More of a mid-century 1950s, I guess, V, like, you know, gold or chrome. I'll figure out which color I like. But yeah, let's keep using this sprayer. I love it. You know I do. Thursday. Look at my watch is dead. What is today? Day 25. Put a second coat on the cabinets. Got a little overzealous. Found a little run. I'll have to sand it lightly and hit it, but yeah, those look good. I'm happy with the sheen. Drawers are done. Totally done. Doors just need to be, that's 2 coats on the back, and I need to do 2 coats on the front, but I'll go real careful on the front so it looks good. Look at all the baseboard. Got that all painted today. I don't know how many pieces. I got 45 pieces total. So 45, I don't think I did half. I don't know, maybe there is 20 there, but had those out in the yard today, painting those. Sure the neighbors wondered what was going on with that. Yeah, the green, I got ideas for this, but again, I didn't want to just leave that primered when everything else was green, but that's not going to be seen later on. So that's looking good. Don't have a light bulb in here, but the ceiling is now painted in here. Primed and painted. Ready to go. Drying flat, primed and painted. Primed and painted. So all the ceilings are primed and painted. Ceilings are done. They're just drying right now, so they'll dry flat. Even back here. Texture looks good under that paint now. Yeah, it's still got a little sheen, it's still wet. But these will dry flat. Those are all done. Happy with that. There's the light in here. Yeah, those look good. Man, when those walls get done, whew. Front rooms are really done. So since this was all skim coated, you know, after all the wallpaper came down, it got skim coated, sanded, and now the walls are primed. The ceiling got primed and painted today. So again, all ceilings in this house are done. They really came out good. They're just a little bit wet, but man, this thing is gonna really look good. Chandelier will be gone someday. Here's a lesson. Don't wrap your old incandescent light bulbs with plastic and then turn the light back on. Could have caught the house on fire. I should turn that off right now, actually, because it burned right through the plastic. Didn't think that one through. But yeah, I'm getting excited now. The ceiling is done, primed and painted. Walls are primed. And actually, the color of the walls is just a tick different than the ceiling, so it won't be much different. So it's gonna be this bright in here, but it's got a little tint of, I guess, I don't know, beige in it. Kind of enough to match the stone and the floor tile. Actually, it'll probably be about that color right there of the old paint. But, phew, it's coming along. I sure dig the color green in there. This is gonna be a fun kitchen. I like it. And again, yellow isn't gonna stay on the countertops, but it actually kind of works right now. But no, that's not gonna stay. That'll get changed out eventually. What else today? Pool cleaner came by. Nice guy named Dominic. Been doing it for a long time. Been doing this houses for a long time in this neighborhood, so it's nice that he keeps doing it. That's it. I'm gonna wrap it up, head out. Day 25. Getting there. What I've got to do when all the siding's done is go around and regrade, because now that this new siding's on there, there's no dirt up against it. But you can see up in the front, they had mulch and everything up there about six inches up to the over the wood. That's what rotted it out. But now all the way back, you know, it's off the wood, so that's the way I want it. But I might have to shape the yard out so the drainage goes out here to the middle of the yard. This door is going to get replaced with one with some windows in it to let a lot of this south side light in. All that sun getting wasted. I could be lighting up the garage. Look at this. Mr. Sneaky Snake. I think he lives in this big bush, because there is a big hole down in there. But he shedded. I'm sure we'll meet one day. February 2nd, 12:30, 75 degrees in Orlando. I was trying to figure out how many days it's been, 27 days. I'm gonna give up saying how many days it's been, I think. That's like when somebody says, oh, my baby is 84 months old. Man, just say the baby's been around a while. I've been working on this house a while now. That's what I'm gonna say. But all the doors are back on. Handles should be here tomorrow from Amazon. Got some cool handles coming. Pop those on, finish it up. I got to get some of those little rubber buttons so that, you know, you don't hear that every time. I need about 30 of them. And then, you know, kitchen cabinets are ready to go. I still got ideas for the end cap for across here, but again, I just painted them green so it looked finished. Yeah, something to do on a Sunday. I'll save those 2 hinges for that door. Plenty of screws, but that door I'm going to use was in that cabinet that was right here. So take one of those doors and use it as a donor. That's it. I'm going back. Shutting down the lights and getting out of here. Day 27. Shows my Amazon delivery is 2 stops away, and then we can start getting handles put on all the cabinets. So we'll see if he shows up here in a second, or she shows up. Pretty excited. All the new handles came in today from Amazon. Love them, so I put those on. Broken door since the day I bought the house. And here it is, remember, this piece right here was all taped on there. So today I knocked that off, kept the door in good shape. The rest of it, you know, it will need to be glued because this is now loose and this is loose, but this broken part is off and out of our way. Found a donor door that was on this cabinet right here originally. So the door was longer, but that's not a problem. Here it is. And it actually ended up being a door I didn't realize I didn't need to paint, but hey, in the end it worked out. But what I need is this strip of wood right here with these hinges on it, right? So that I can move it over and put it on to that door. So I knew it had a little teeny brad shot in right there and shot in right there. And it would be the same all over. There's a hole right there where that one shot in. It's just, along with the glue, they shoot that in there. So took a 2x4, total shade tree woodworking, I know, but it is what it is. It's all I got to work with. And then, you know, took that, knocked this piece off, okay? So now that's perfect because this is the piece we need to go over here. But now the problem is this little tenon is a lot longer than this one. This one's about a 1/2 inch. This one here is about 3/4 inch. So I'm gonna need to sand this thing all the way off with that orbital sander I bought to sand all the cabinets. But I'll take that off because right now, if I try to put this on, look at it, it's way short. That is way deep and it's bottoming out. So I need to remove that much material. Then that will go in, that will go in. And then we are cooking because that'll drop right down into that shape right there, that routed out area. What I'll do down here is cut straight and I'll grab that orbital sander and I'll put a little cove in here so that it matches that little cove, and then it'll wrap around and you won't even know. Once I glue all this together, clamp it, then paint it, I'll have to move that hinge, you know, up into this area, but that one's already in place. So got lucky to have a 40-year-old donor door off of that cabinet. And you know what? I saw somebody, guy, girl, I don't know, in the neighborhood as I drove out the other night with a radial arm saw in their garage, right in the middle. So who has a radial arm saw other than a woodworker? So I might stop by, introduce myself as a neighbor in the neighborhood and say, hey, can I borrow some clamps and glue and get this little project done? But I need to straight cut, reshape the other side, glue this, clamp, done. Pop it on there. I've got the 2 hinges. I got another handle, so I'll put that in there, and then the kitchen will be complete. But those look pretty good, I think, with those retro 50s handles on there. Chevron handles, they call them. Chevron. I found them, I called them V-shape. That got me in the ballpark. And then the internet tells me that those are Chevron handles. So be it, I like them. There we go. Well, if we get this fixed, kitchen's pretty good for cabinet work.
It's really special, that car especially, right? The 917, it was such a iconic time in my grandfather's life and my dad's especially. I think, you know, when we speak about Le Mans, it's really where my family's love of racing developed.
The significance it has in the Porsche story if you had to pick out one car to say, well, this is where these guys, they made it. You know, I mean, like with me, I was a very successful comedian before I got my TV series. But you look at the TV series and go, well, that's where it came together. You know, if you're a fan of those iconic moments of the 60s, to me, this is the ultimate part of the Steve McQueen's legacy and Porsche's.
I got $1 million to start. Give $1 million one, $1 million big, give $1 million more, give $1 million back, give $1 million more, give $1 million two, give $1 million two, give $1 million three, give $1 million three, give $1 million four, $1 million three, give $1 million four, $1 million three, give $1 million four, $1 million 400, $1 million three, give $1 four, now five, give $1 million five, give $1 million five, give $1 million five, $1 million five, give $1 million six, give $1 million six, $1 million five, give $1 million six, $1 million five, give $1 million six, $1 million five, $1 million six, $1 million six on the baby, $1 million five, $1 million six, $1 million five, give $1,600,000, $1 million five, $1 million 600 here. Did you want to give $1 million six? Give $1 million six, $1 million six, $1 million 550, $1 million six, $1 million 550, $1,600,000. Did you want it? $1 million 550 here, 600 here. Did you want to give $1 million six, $1 million 550, $1 million six, $1 million 550 here. Did you want to give $600 here? Give $1 million six, $1 million seven.